Welcome back everybody to the Zeusdaz Unemulated retro game channel. I go by the name of Zeus, your host, and it is shit game time once again, and this time we're going to tackle Master Ninja Shadow Warrior of Death on the Amiga 500, and what a fucking pile of cack this is. And it was published, released by Theos, whatever that is, you can see right there. Let me just get a couple of other names up. 1988, yes. Yes, let's have a look. Yes, published by Paragon worldwide. There you go. There's some of the names, but I'll go through them anyway. Developed by Three Rivers, and Programmed by James Hilty, Jeffrey O'Donnell, Jane Yeager, Christopher Stracker, and Mark Saramet. So there's like 5 programmers on this pile of cack. Now, originally this was released a couple of years prior on PC-DOS, I believe. And that was a pile of shit too, so I don't understand the sense of thinking that let's bring a pile of shit out and bring it out on Amiga and make it just as shit. Unbelievable. So 3 discs this came on, 1988, so telling you that it's 3, you never see a budget tile, an actual official release budget tile more than 1 disc. You'll get re-releases, budget tiles of previously full price games, 2, 3 disc, whatever, but not on a budget tile. This came out on 3 discs, which tell you there and then it's a full price game, and it was $39.95 back in 1988, and back then roughly a pound would get you $2, so literally we're talking about a £20 price tag here. And looking at that, it looks like it's been drawn by a bloody Dulux paint program. It's very pixelated. It just looks, I don't know, it looks like a thumbnail that's been blown up out of proportion. Oh, there's a little shooting star there. That's cool. That'll get a shit point taken off. No, it fucking won't. I really don't know what to say about this. I've not seen any reviews. I've seen on the forums it's been absolutely slammed and slated. Oh, that was awful. Prepare to die, ninja. Well, that really makes me feel like loading up a Bruce Lee film on the DVD player. I think not. So who was this requested by? It was YouTuber William Harrison. Hello mate, how you doing? And yes, he definitely wants me to banish this crud into the vault of shitness. And before I carry on anymore, just let me remind you that if you want to request any shit game times, you should know the deal by now, or unless you're a newcomer, then the link, it will be in the description below. And it will also pop up near the end of the video in the top left as a video thumbnail. You click that and then go to that video, listen carefully and select the game to be shamed. It will tell you what systems I can do. So if you want to do request a shit game time, please do so. Just go to that video and follow the instructions there. So, yes, what is your skill? And another thing about this, the story plot is fucking humongous. And I ain't going to read it to you. The gist is you're a ninja. It's a typical scenario. You're a ninja. You got to go into this castle and get rid of the bad guys with all your kung fu chops and your shurikens and your nunchuckers and all this shit that you carry around with you. And defeat the evil whatever and leave with the magical sword or the treasure or a transcript or in some cases a damsel in fucking distress. Whatever. You know, it's the same old shit recycled. But it's just... I've had literally a couple of goes of it and I'm absolutely gobsmacked. This is 1988. And just think of the Amiga games you were getting. Yeah, we're still getting a lot of shit ST ports, but we're still getting some good games. 1988, just 1 year prior to Shadow of the Beast, which was, you know, it's obviously not aged that very well, but it was a phenomenal feat at the time. Hybris, a fantastic shooter. That was the same year. I just don't understand why you want to convert, port a fucking crap game to begin with off of a PC-DOS machine onto a beloved, incredible computer like the Amiga 500. I don't get it. And the annoying thing is, like I said, just going back to the story plot, there's no way I'm going to read all that to you. Go to Hall of Light, find this game and you can see the PDF. It's fucking pages. That's where all the effort's gone into. The story plot. It's huge. Ridiculous. And I'm not even going to touch it. Absolutely nonsense. So let's have a look. Select your skill level, black belt, blue. Well, we're going to start with white, obviously. And this has a humongous loading time sometimes. It seems to have, you know, when you're starting from literally loading the disc in, then it takes forever. It seems to take forever anyway. Right. And of course, you just don't get your joystick or your controller controls. You have to select. There's buttons on the keyboard as well. You got to press. 0 to turn around. 7, 8, and 9 have special weapons. So you're fiddling around. Rest plus 1. Right. Okay. Strength 100. Knives 2. Shuriken. So the knives and the shurikens are blinding powder. You select that with keys 7, 8, and 9. And look at this. I've turned around already. I've got to reach over and press 0 to turn round. There we go. Oh, the frame rate. It reminded me of one of those. You ever seen those jumping spiders? Let's try and do a. What's powder? Let's have a look. Come here. I've got the powder. That's ridiculous. Stop throwing it and move. It reminds me of those jumping spiders. You know, they suddenly... Oh, I'm just going to... Oh, I nearly knifed you then, you git. Will you get out my way? Will you just turn around? All right. Oh, it's so unplayable. And yeah, you just you lose loads of frames. Let's just throw a fucking knife at you and kill you. That reminds me of you remember that scene in what's it called? Indiana Jones, the first film, Rage of the Lost Ark. There's that guy with a sword, and Harrison just pulls out his gun and shoots him. That reminded me of that. Now this second guy is ridiculous, and I think I've used all my knives, because normally I'd fire that off straight away. And it's blinding speed. You just can't fight him properly. You suddenly get this pipe. Oh, I got him! I threw a shrieking at him. He usually throws that at you so quickly, and it looks like you've got a pipe. And if you ever seen Commando, Schwarzenegger film, near the end where he's fighting that one-on-one with the other guy, so far so good, and sit down, oh, here we go, all this shit, I'll do that in a minute. If you fire, if you watch that film right at the end, whenever he throws that pipe into that bloke, doesn't he? If you've ever seen that film, into the bad guy, the main bad guy. And that reminded me of that. If you see the animation, which I'll probably show you shortly, it looks exactly like that. So anyway, Ninja, you have made it past the outer forces to the entryway of Sanjo's castle. So there you go, that's the main bad guy's name. Your quest has just begun. So far so good. Insert disc 2, blah blah blah, all this fucking shit. I can't remember if it uses 3 drives, but bear with me, I've got to swap this disc over. Right, so there we go, next level. Blinded power. I've got no knives, I've got 8 shurikens though. Throw another one at you. Can I throw another one? So you have 8. Come on then. Let's fight. Oh, it's just so unplayable. It's just so unplayable. Will you turn round, you dozy prick? No, turn round again, you twonk. Yeah, I got him, right. Hey? Oh, I've got to get him again. That's bollocks. It's one of these, is it? He morphs into another... I'm just going to keep throwing my shurikens and wasting all my fucking weapons. I think I've used them all now. Yeah, I've used all my weapons now. I've got to fight him. But it's just so uncontrollable. Sound effects are shit too. God, the animation is awful. Well, I just suddenly appeared over there. How the fuck did that happen? It literally is like one of those jumping. Will you stop doing that? Are you going to keep doing that? The delay is ridiculous. That's the power, the spray powder, whatever it is. I pressed that about 20 seconds ago, and now it's deciding to do it. Will you turn round, you dozy? The delay is awful. It really is like one of those jumping spiders where you look at it and suddenly it's moved. It's so quick, it looks like it's missed loads of animation. You think, how the fuck did you get there? No, I don't have time to blink. Oh, I got him. I actually beat him. And I have no fucking idea how I did it. No more disc swapping, please. Don't want any of that nonsense. Oh my word, this is 1988. 5 people programmed this. A little pic there, again looks like it's been done on Dulux paint. All doors opening. Bit more loading. Yeah, this is never even knew about this game. 3 discs. £20, nearly $40. So I've got no knives, no 13. Have I got minus powder? Or does that mean I've got 13 powder? Oh, it's just awful. The trouble is as well, there's no energy bar. You don't know how well you're getting on. You just don't know if you're doing any damage. So I'm pulling out my moves. Now you turn round, you dozy. It's just the timing is way off. It is utterly awful. You cannot. And he's beat me. The delay. It amazes us how badly you did. What fucking cheek! Well, if you give me a good game engine to begin with, I might be able to play it properly. Think of all the women and children that will suffer because of your fail. Well, think about all the fucking poor little pundits back in the day, the kids that spent their money and bought this shit. How about that? So you're trying to make me feel guilty, Mr. Pooh Grammars. Take a look in the fucking mirror and ask yourself, how can we justify £20 from fucking kids back in the 80s, they're all Christmas and birthday presents, and they end up with this shit. And you're trying to make me feel guilty that I've lost a game which I can't control. How's that? Fortunately, this is a game where you can try again. Oh, that reminds me. I've got to read this to you lot. You won't be listen to this. Do you want to know how, according to the instruction manual, how you quit this game? Listen to this. Now, when you get instructions that tell you how to quit a game, usually it means you press a certain key on the keyboard, right? And it goes back to the main title screen and you can play again. You know, you quit a game. This is how you quit this game. Oh. To quit playing the Master Ninja, place another boot disc, in other words, another game, in the internal drive and reboot the system. In other words, just turn it off. No shit. Well, fuck me, Sherlock Holmes. It's taken me 30 years and now I know how to quit a game. It never occurred to me to turn the fucking Amiga off and put a different game in. That's what they're saying. As if you need instructions for that. that just made me laugh. I was expecting the key press to go back to the title screen, but no, the way to quit this game is to literally turn the computer off and put a new game in. And they think you're so thick, they need to tell you that. It's just... That shocked me. Let's try again. Yeah, let's press yes. And now, of course, I've got to put another fucking disc in, haven't I? So bear with me again.
Prepare to die, ninja.
Oh, go fuck yourself. Right. Okay. Let's have another crack at this. God, what an unplayable piece of garbage. Black bar. I ain't going to select black bar. I'll be fucking dead within a second. Okay. Straight for. So you don't get to continue. You got to start right back at the beginning again. Now I want to press Shriekens. See, I've just killed. That's easy. Boom. And now I've got to swap discs again. I bet. I bet. Please prove me wrong. Because I want to show you the animation of this guy that's going to literally throw that tube out of Commando right through my stomach. And the animation, there's no frames per second. It's just from him into you. 2 frames. That's it. Everything in the middle is missing. Doesn't exist. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. It's just fucking laughable. By the time you fiddle around looking for the button to press, he's impaled you with this fucking spike. Watch. He's got it. Come on then. Oh, I've got to press that button. Okay. Boom. There you go. Just like that. Did you? It's just... That was it. You get no time to do it. You're jamming away the buttons on the keyboard to try and kill him. So I'm going to give one more shot. Oh my word. This really is from Vomitsville, isn't it? Vomitsville, USA. Terrible. Press 3. Again. Yes, I know what I got. Thank you very much. Right. Yeah, the delay is just ridiculous. In the end, it's so unplayable. You're just trying to jam away the buttons to get any response. It just doesn't... The controls are just broken. They just don't fucking have it. They're delayed too far. God blimey, this is, dare I say it, this is worse than a tier text game. Now I've said it, that's going to open up a few doors of discussion, isn't it? Is this worse than a tier text game? Not to the point of come back tier text, all is forgiven. Fuck that, I'll never say that. Never say that. Go away. Will you move? He's not even moving. Just move. Awful. And I've just pressed the shuriken, and that was what, 10 seconds ago. Gotcha. Gotcha. Right. Now I'm going to try and stab this other bastard with the pole. With a knife. I said, you've got to be so fucking quick. That ain't even funny. Shocking. 3 discs. How can you possibly beat this game without any kind of cheats? The game's broken. It's bollocks. The original release 2 years prior on the DOS, that game, that was shit too. So why the hell would anyone think that bringing... Here we go. Go on. Press the knife. Oh, look at that. It's impossible. Boom. Dead. Just like that. It's just ridiculous. Don't give me that guilt shit. Like I said to you, you should be more fucking guilty than me for trying to flog this crap to kids. So don't even fucking go there. Try again. Press yes. Right, you can't press no because you know the only way to quit it is completely reset the Amiga. And you know, fucking duh. As if we can work that out within 20 seconds of playing this. Take the disc out, turn the computer off, throw the disc across the fucking room, or use it as a blank, whatever. Disgusting. Disgusting. Shame on all of you that were involved in this, from publishing it to bloody poo-gramming it, to publishing it again and poo-gramming it again 100 times over, and bloody, it's just shocking. So I don't know what else this company has done. But for fuck's sake, I hope they didn't do any more Amiga games. Paragon Software. 1988. Developed by Three Rivers. Who the fuck were you? Yes, apparently also conversion hardware. It came out. I don't know if it came out in the Commodore 64 128. I didn't really check, but it was definitely a PC DOS game a couple of years ago. So I can't understand why you'd want to convert that shit to such a fantastic computer games machine like the Amiga. Just absolutely shocking. £20 combined with the shitty gameplay, the delay in the controls, the response of the controls. Looks like it's been drawn with a fucking Dulux Paint program. 3 discs. I said £20, $40 back in the day for this shit. I just, it beckons belief. It really does. 5 of them working on this crap. Shame on you. Stand up and take a bow and apologise to everyone, you lot. That is just ridiculous. How you can even think about... What the fuck were you doing back in the day when you programmed? You must have had absolutely nothing else to do. There's no one across any forums that have even given you a point of praise for this show. I can't even find any reviews of it in any of the magazines. Probably didn't go anywhere near it. There probably wasn't enough money. Some of these magazines later on in life that are taking backhanders, no doubt about it, because rating some of the sucking shit games I've seen and giving them 80-90% is a joke. You're obviously taking backhanders. I don't think even they could say, look, we can't fool anyone with this shit. And I mean, this is Galaxy tier text material, really. Yeah, this is it. You've given me no choice. $100 shits. The third game to reach the pinnacle of the shitometer, and rightfully fucking so. This follows, what was the first game that was shit? It should know that by now. Of course, it was that bloody Top Banana. Blech! Followed closely by Bad Cat, but it was Top Banana and Road Truckers, I think it was, something like that, or Truck something. It was another Amiga game, and now this. I beggars belief. It really is shocking how such a game could be brought out on a full price tag. 3 discs, unplayable, shitty sound effects, graphics look like they've been done with a Dulux Paint program. Disgusting, absolutely disgusting. I said the delay, it's completely broken, the controls. You have to fiddle around with 3 or 4 keys on the keyboard as well as your joystick controls. The story plot is humongously, stupidly long. The animation is just laughable. It's like you blink and then something else happens. And you're thinking, what the fuck did I just miss? And you search back and you put it on slow-mo to see if you've missed anything. Where's the frames in between of these moves? There aren't any. It's mega clunk, clunk, clunk. Oh man, absolutely cack. Can anyone justify this shit? £20 back in 1988, and don't give me that crap. Oh, it's very early in Amiga life. No, 1986 is early in Amiga life. 1997 is early in Amiga life. 1988 isn't. By then we had a huge flux of ST ports, especially. But give me them any day than shit like this. Fucking hell. Yeah, bollocks to you. I mean, that's absolutely awful. Yeah, utterly awful. I just cannot get my head around what I've just played. It just doesn't play well at all. Utter garbage. 100 shits. Congratulations, all of you involved in this utter turd of a game. Shame on you. If anyone should be fucking shamed, it's you lot. You should look in the mirror and feel absolutely embarrassed with yourselves that you could program this crap. Even think for a second to bring such a crap PC game onto the Amiga anyway, and make it just as shit, if not worse, and justify a £20 price tag for it. Just utterly shocked. I really am utterly shocked. So there you go. Well done, William. You picked a corker, mate. Fair play. I couldn't justify this having a point less. I couldn't give it 97, 98. There's absolutely nothing to warrant me not giving it 100 shits. And yeah, absolutely utterly awful. And because of that, you definitely deserve that. 100 shits for this cack on the Amiga 500, and that is directed at everyone involved in this game for even think of programming it, trying to sell it at a ridiculous price tag, and bring it out on what I consider the best ever games computer system ever created. Shame on you fuckers. Right, thank you everyone for joining me on this edition of Shit Game Time. I hope you enjoyed that. It's a history in the making again, the only third ever time we've hit the magical 100 shits on the shitometer. Nearly 200 Shit Game Times so far anyway. Yes, let's move on. Right, if any of you want to request a Shit Game Time, I've told you before the way to do it. There should be a video pop up in a second, top left corner. Click that, listen to it, name the game to be shamed, and leave the rest to me. I am judge, jury and executioner on the Shit Game Time series. I am the judge that should have been around 30 odd years ago, protecting you kids from being suckered into buying cack like this. Might be 30 years on, but we can feel a bit better. At least someone is calling these people out and flushing their games down the fucking poop tube. Until next time, Zeus happily coming out of Shitsville.